Peace be upon you. In the name of God, the compassionate and merciful, I am very grateful to God for giving me this blessing of being here again for the second time, but meeting many of you for the first time. But hopefully, this will not be the last time. I would like to share with you a little bit what the way I have tried to understand the will of God. Of course, it's a real struggle for us to understand the will of God, because the will of God is based on His knowledge and wisdom and love. And I don't have that much of any of them that I can understand His will. So many times I can understand what it's not His will. Because even with little knowledge you can understand His will is not, for example, to harm. But how I'm going to help, that's the big thing. So, I try to share with you the way I have tried, and I still try to understand the will of God in the context of interreligious dialogue. There's a particular field, because we have to understand His will in every area. I was born and raised in Tehran, in Iran, the capital. And when I was a teenager, I had lots of questions about God. I was in a special school. It was a national body for talented and gifted students. And in that school, everyone goes for either science, engineering, or medicine. Not many people go to seminary. But I had many questions about God. And I used to spend my pocket money on buying books. I had a cover of the books when I was a teenager. But I was not convinced. I was asking questions, but I was not convinced. So when I was 17, I had to ask permission from my parents to let me go to another city, which is Qom, to study. In our family, we didn't have any cleric. But I had come to this idea that if I want an answer or something that can convince my heart and mind together, I should go to seminary and study there. And thanks to God, first my father accepted, then my mother accepted, and then I went to the seminary. And since then, I have always been a student. I have been always trying to understand. And I have tried to be also very open. So I studied Islamic theology, philosophy, spirituality, but I also did my BA and Master's in Western philosophy, then I did my PhD in Western philosophy, moral philosophy. So I try to be studying any place that God might have reflected Himself. Any tradition, any wisdom. In 1996, I went to the UK because I was given a PhD scholarship to do my study. I chose UK. And when I went there, I thought this is a good opportunity for me to know more about Christianity. Because we had studied Christianity in some courses. And I had also studied many Christian theologians in university. But I didn't have that much first-hand experience of living, talking, eating with Christians. And in Iran, we don't have many Christians. And they are not everywhere. They are just in some places like Tehran, Isfahan, or some places. So we were looking for some Christians that are practicing because we love people who take their faith seriously. I love Christians who go to the church, who pray. But at the same time to be open. Because sometimes people, when they are faithful, they get it wrong. They think to be faithful means to be closed. But I think if you are really faithful, you just open. When you go closer to God, then you become more and more open. So, the very first serious encounter that we had was with the Focolare. Although in the UK, majority are not Catholics, and Focolare are not that many in UK, but we first started this journey of exploring Christianity with Focolare. And then through Focolare, I came to know about other movements and other groups and orders, especially, for example, like Benedictines, Jesuits. All started from that initial encounter with the Focolare. For me, there was no mandate, no training, no support to enter into this dialogue, which has now taken great amount of my time and attention, has become a very important part of my, being what I am. But what I, tried to do was trying to understand the will of God, not all the way through, but just for the next step. I never thought one day this becomes so important for me. One day I would be day and night thinking about this idea of universal fraternity. But my search for truth, for understanding, led me to this direction. I remember in the very first meeting of the Focolare that we attended, which was in University of Hope in Liverpool. Next to me there was a Benedictine priest who also was from, familiar with the movement, Father Jonathan. And I told him, I come from a seminary background. Can I visit a Christian seminary? This is a simple question, but if you look deep into this question, you would realize that me being trained in a Muslim seminary didn't make me hate or dislike or keep distance from a Christian seminary. I had interest in knowing about them because it's a matter of thirst for learning, thirst for signs of God everywhere. Anyway, this journey started, and then I visited Focolare in many places in UK, outside UK. In 1999, for the first time, we went to Italy. We were with about 300 Muslims who were friends of the movement. We spent few nights in Lopiano. And since then, I don't know how many times I have been to Lopiano. Maybe at least 3 times a year now we go to Lopiano. We have a project which was for me again part of discerning for understanding the will of God. Maybe some of you or many of you know Professor Piero Centre, who has been also here. So I know him from 2000, but we didn't have very close relation. I just had met him in 2000 when I went for the second time to Italy, and then I was hearing about him. But in 2015, we had a special program for some of the ladies from our seminary in Iran. I had asked the Focolare to plan something for 1 month, 4 weeks, that they observe the formation. And this was the second time they were going for what they said for 1 month. And in that trip, when we had a session with Sophia staff and students, and I talked about Muslim understanding of Sophia or wisdom, we had very good atmosphere. And Professor Piero Coda asked me to come and teach in Sofia because they are going to start a program for MA students on interreligious dialogue, and they wanted me to teach the Islamic part of it. So after about maybe a year, I went to teach 4 sessions in Sofia about Islam and interreligious dialogue. When I was booking my ticket, I said for my return, let me book the ticket in the afternoon, so that maybe the morning after my course, we can have some meetings. I don't know how I thought about this, but that came to my mind. And it had happened just because Piero was busy or away. That was the time that we could meet, that morning. And I told Piero, I think we are both committed to understanding the plan of God for unity. For sure, Focolare very much are trying to achieve unity. And I think I am also trying. But it seems to me we have reached a point that we are stuck. It seems that we have done whatever we could do, but it seems we are not going that much further. But on the other hand, I am sure that if we struggle for understanding the will of God, He will guide us. Because the Quran says, those who struggle for understanding, He will certainly guide them. But this was what I said to Piero, and I don't know if this was said before by any Muslim or Christian to fellow Muslim brother or Christian. I said, Piero, I believe I cannot say to God, I did my best for understanding His will if I only read Muslim texts and discuss with Muslim scholars. I cannot say honestly to God, I did everything, just if I limit my search for His will in my tradition. And perhaps you cannot also say to God, you did your best, if you only read your text and discuss with Christian scholars. Let us think together, not just talk to each other. So this is why I say dialogue is not enough. Dialogue is very basic, simple step. It's a requirement of humanity. If we are human beings, we have to talk. But when it comes to believers in God who feel they have responsibility towards God and they want to understand the will of God, we have to do more than dialogue. And that is to pray together and ask God to guide us. This needs spirituality, this needs theology, this needs unity. And if we have these 3 elements, then hopefully God will guide us. Piero very much liked this idea. And later he said, when we were in April last year in Castel Gandolfo, there was another meeting for Muslim friends. There were 400 Muslim and Focolare. Piero said, based on what I had learned from Chiara, I realized that this was some call or idea from God. So he welcomed this idea and he suggested we make a pact of love in his office. And then he said, what should we call this? I didn't think about the name because I was not sure he's going to accept. So just came to my mind, wings of unity. You know, bird cannot fly with one wing, even if it's a very big. But you can fly with two wings, even if they are small. Later I realized that coda in Italian means tail. So I said, okay, you have two wings and tail, so we can fly. Wherever the Spirit of God is taking us. But this needs unity. This needs humility. I cannot say to God, God, I am meeting with Piero, but please, give me the good ideas because I want to speak on your behalf. No, this is cheating. As brothers, we sit, we reflect, and we ask God to be present among us and guide us. He can guide through Muslim mouth or Christian mouth, or maybe someone outside has said something, we understand that this is the will of God. It doesn't matter. The main thing is who is sending this message. If this message is coming from this direction or direction, but it's from God, it doesn't matter. And thanks to God, we have had so far 6-7 rounds of Wings of Unity. Every few months we meet. And there are many times that in our discussion, it doesn't matter who is Christian or Muslim. Not because we have compromised. No, he is a top Catholic theologian. I am a practicing theologian. But instead of compromising, we are ascending to a level that to be a Christian or Muslim doesn't make difference. Because these important theological differences, which are very, very important, and each of them are significant, but they should be like ladders that help us to rise. They should not be like something that put us fight each other or separate from each other. And the closer you get to the heights of understanding and wisdom and spirituality, the more open you should become. So, now, for understanding the will of God about unity, we know, I think we have no doubt, at least if some Christians, some Muslims, are not happy with this idea. At least we are very happy with this idea of unity, fraternity. We don't want fight, we don't want separation. We don't want humanity to be broken into pieces. But how we want to achieve this universal unity? This needs inspiration. This needs guidance from God. Especially, I think this is the greatest achievement of humanity. What is the greatest achievement of humanity? The greatest achievement of humanity is to reach the point that we have universal fraternity. It's the most difficult thing that we have to achieve. And therefore this needs the greatest inspirations from God. Then when we were in Tunadico 2 years ago, we took, as part of Wings of Unity project, 23 Shia youths and 20 Catholic youths to Tunadico. And we shared with them our idea of unity. And it was amazing. In Tunadico, this idea came to my mind that in the course of history, we have had saints in different religions. And because of their holiness and sincerity and openness, God inspired them with things that everyone appreciated. But the inspiration that we need, or inspirations that we need for achieving universal fraternity, I think, are too big to be given to one saint. I don't think we can wait for one saint to come and receive guidance and say, this is what you have to do. We need collective sainthood. We need a group of people from different traditions that are united and form a council which is saint, a group which are holy, that they don't think about my sect or even my religion, my name or name of my people, only God. Because only in God that we can perfectly unite. And it is only when we unite that we can be under God perfectly. With division, you cannot be under God. So we need this collective sainthood. And I hope what we do in Wings of Unity is a small step towards reaching that point that we've got many Christians, Muslims, other believers in God who are committed to unity, to pray together. Prayer is very important because without prayer we are nothing. Pray together to God and humbly invite God to our discussion, to our discerning. And then little by little go together forward. So this is what we are trying to achieve, or at least to pave the way. I don't know how long it's going to take, but it's not important. What is the main thing is that you do what you are supposed to do, and you should be patient, but very hopeful. With God, there is no chance of despair. With God, all the keys of success are there. Just you have to be patient and do your best and let God take over. So I am very grateful to God for this experience of unity that I have had, not only with my Shia brothers and sisters or Muslims in general, but with the gift of unity that I have received with my Christian brothers and sisters. And this has helped me a lot in my theology, in my spirituality, and in my understanding of will of God. So this relation has been very, very helpful for me. And I hope that we can share this good news together with people of the world, because I think as long as I as a Muslim or you as a Christian talk about God, there is a chance that someone says, this is not sincere. They are, trying to promote their own religion. But if they see we Muslims, Christians, invite people to God, not to myself or yourself, I think it has beautiful attraction that no one can resist. There are many people in the world that today, unfortunately, have lost the touch with faith. And we have to work together. One of the things that I sometimes feel is that we have to ask God to forgive Muslims and Christians who have wasted the resources and energy on fighting each other. This is a loss for the camp of God. Instead of we trying to invite people towards God, we have wasted energy, time, money, fighting each other and making other people, laugh at us, say, oh, look, these religious people are troublemakers. These people, cause fight. Of course, it's not true, but even if there is 1% responsibility for us, they make it big and say, oh, these religious people are, not able to live together. We want to give another narrative. We want to say, we are practicing Muslims and Christians. We are happy to do everything for God, but we love each other. We are united. And we want to serve together the rest of humanity. This is the testimony that we have to offer. This is our mission today. We have a joint mission today. I hope God will find us sincere in what we say and help us. I would like to have more time to listen to your comments, reflections, so as I stop here. Thank you very much.